Hey Scorpio, how are you? I'm going to do your love reading now. It's a general reading, so take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. I thought about this morning, I'm going to do love readings for the month of November. And at first I was going to start with Aries and just kind of work my way around the wheel. And then right before I went to sit down, I was like, no, maybe we should start with Scorpio. It's your birthday, so happy birthday. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, all our Scorpios. We're grateful, thankful for all of our Scorpios in love. What are the energies for the greatest and highest good regarding our Scorpios in love? So yeah, take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. Ooh, something's not working. I think you're going along. Many of you, I think there's a lot of people that have eyes on you if you're single. And I think you're starting to see that there's a lot of fish out there. But I also feel in Scorpio that, work is on your mind right now. Aside from a little socializing, work is on your mind. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Focus on making some money. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in love. I'm done shuffling. Let's see what's going on for our Scorpios this November. So today's election day. Vote. If you have not voted, vote. If you know somebody who would like to vote and they can't get there to vote, help them get there. That would be really great. Call 3 friends. Make sure that they voted. Everybody, vote. We have a job to do today. Those of us in America. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Scorpio, what's November looking like for you in love? So Judgment comes out as your overall energy. So you're at a point where you're about to close a cycle. This is a love reading, so we're gonna say, you're at a point where you're gonna close a cycle. But right now, life is really good for you. You're okay on your own. You're singing your own songs, working on your stuff here. I mean, this Scorpio here is very happy doing her thing, okay? Or it could be this Scorpio is happy doing his thing. Whoever you are, Scorpio, all right? I just have to be clear because sometimes people just need that little clarity. All right, so you are almost at the end of a cycle. This is great because it's like, tying up those loose ends, polishing up those dark clouds that is still around you in your life so that you can just get a new lease on life, so to speak. That's why I think I kept feeling that, money, and it was the first thing that I thought of when I thought about you was money, aside from your birthday. So recently something happened, something big went down, okay, between you and your person. Things weren't working. I think you felt like you were being cheated. You either felt like you were being cheated or cheated on, or you were the cheater, so take it however it works in your life. But I'm just going to say that you feel like you weren't being treated right, and you weren't getting what you deserved. And now I feel like this is about a reunion, right? And I believe my last reading to you, Scorpio, had something to do about a reunion because you've been wanting to get together with somebody in the past, even though I think there's somebody in front of you who is so much better than this person in the past. However, it is what it is. So let's go on. All right. So this person, I feel like, all right, so you connect with them and you message them somehow. You guys hook up a little bit and maybe hook up because of the holidays. And I don't mean hook up, go to bed. I mean, you hook up, you meet each other at a social event, maybe Thanksgiving, at some dinner or some gathering, and it's great. And perhaps you guys talk about work and maybe, things of a lighter nature. But ultimately, it's kind of like dropping hints in this conversation that maybe we could start over. Because I feel like somebody wants that message. But, this fall, I think it was when you decided that you really had to go your separate ways. So I feel like this recent breakup that happened, whatever the shakeup was between you and your person, it gave you enough time in between that time and when you see them again or meet them again or talk to them, because somebody's going to try to connect with you that way, to really make a sound decision, you know, about how you want to move with them, or if you want to move with them, or you just want to keep going the way things are. So I think it's a very important time for you because it's a very clear time, because the better you feel, the clearer you are. And you are definitely working on something, and you are working on something that I think is going to bear you a lot of fruit. So stay focused on you, and I think you even know that you can stay focused on you. So let's talk about your work for just a minute here, okay? I know it's a love reading, but it's right here in front of me. If you've been waiting to hear from an offer or something about your work, I think very soon you're going to find out what they're going to think, you know? So if you've submitted some kind of manuscript, or you've got a portfolio that you showed, or you're pitching an idea or something of that nature, and again, like you've been working really hard on something, soon I think you will know how it will pan out. Okay, I have to say what I'm hearing in my head is like, don't get your hopes up. Okay? And that's a good thing, because you'll be better on your own than if you get with whatever it is that you are trying to wait for in order to help them, like whether or not you wait. You'll be okay, okay? It'll be better if you move on from them. So if you haven't really heard anything, and what you hear from them isn't, you know, like you don't like the terms, you can't agree to what it is that they're saying, don't feel bad if you have to move on, I guess is my point. All right. Enough with work. Let's get back to the love life. All right. So I think you had to find some strength to get away from this person. So this tower moment, whatever might have happened, we don't know. It's pre-tower. You know, we were talking about right now, whatever it was that shook you and your person up, I mean, it strengthened you. You know, maybe it sucked, maybe it hurt, maybe, you know, it just made you feel like really, really bad. But I think my feeling is that there was other people involved, that there was someone else involved, because that's come up for you before. Okay, so I'm not going to pretend I haven't read this before. So whoever this person is, you know, I think you know that they can't even give you what it is that you want. So you start to see things a little bit better just based on the fact that you now have like a measuring tool. You know what I mean? Enough times gone by that, you know, you're seeing things a little different, and now this person looks a little different, and you're busy trying to get your work done, and you know, and if things, you know, if plan A doesn't work, you know, Scorpio, you need to have a plan B, that kind of thing. Plan B is much better. Yeah, so if there's no movement about something like that, be prepared for that. All right, so, all right, let's talk about the social event, because I feel like there's a social event that's going to happen that you will be invited to, or, you know, something. And you are among your people here, okay? You're among your people, and everybody's arguing, okay? While the food's cooking, and that's such bad energy. You know, when you're, I just have to say this because Thanksgiving's coming up. When you're in that kitchen, okay, and you're cooking food, you have good thoughts. You have wonderful thoughts. You think how wonderful it's going to taste, how it's going to make people feel good, how it's going to look real pretty on the plate, how grateful we are, you know. Don't go bitching around the kitchen, okay? Seriously, don't go bitching around the kitchen. Especially with people. If that starts to happen, somebody needs to shut it down. Okay, there's another place and another time for that. But I feel like you find out that you get backstabbed, or something comes out. I mean, and it's like oh, I can't believe you really said that to me. Did you? You know, like it's one of those kind of, you know, things that comes out, and it could come out while you're cooking for this big holiday. This is why I'm saying, you know, when things start to get nasty in that kitchen, somebody open that door and tell them to take it outside. Just saying. A lot of people are going to eat that food. You don't want to give them that kind of bad vibe. All right, so yeah, somebody needs to just stop it. Okay, what else do we have for our Scorpios in love? Funny, the Chariot reversed. So right now, interestingly enough, the Chariot reverse sits here with this Judgment card. You're not making any real concrete decisions about this person right now either. Even though you know, and again, you know, it's like the bonds, the chains that hold you. There's part of you wants to continue to have a string attached to this person from your past. Will you cut the cord? All right? This person, it's done. It's over. The end. Okay? All right, I keep feeling like it's been 2 months. If 2 months have gone by and nobody's talking to each other, hello, move on. Okay, month 3, now we're not talking to each other. You haven't moved on. You're not doing anything. Oh, well, oh, you are doing things. Wait, excuse me, that's right. Well, how fair is that to the person you're with in this moment? That you are hanging on from by a thread to someone from the past. Cut it. Yeah. Because it leaves you very unsettled until you cut that cord once and for all. Okay? Things aren't going to move forward for you. All right. I take that back. They will move forward for you, but they will continue to be problematic. So if you don't want them to be problematic, cut the cord. Be clean. Move on. Fresh new start. Funny, I'm about to do a painting that's all greens. Fresh, 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 fresh. All right, you come out as the Queen of Cups. You, who's holding on to this one person. Lots of fish in the sea. Do you see how many fish are in this sea? She's very pregnant. Some of you might be very pregnant. Anyway, there's a lot of emotions in moving on, closing the past, really closing the door and going on. But you can do it. You're a Scorpio. You got it. You have the muscle. And besides, there's an emperor out there waiting for you. Somebody better than you. So don't miss the mark. Okay? You got to make some good decisions here. And, you know, some of you might be in school. Yeah. I mean, you might have this really, really great teacher who is going to teach you everything you need so that you can go in any direction you want. So there's this great opportunity with you if you're single, maybe even if you aren't single, for like really learning something really that drives you. Do you know what I mean? Like it will take care of you the rest of your life. And you have a teacher. I feel like whoever this person is, you have a really incredible teacher. We have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords, direct, clear, smart. He's not messing around. He's telling you the truth. He's telling you what it is. You want to learn? I have a teacher, my art teacher. He mentioned to us that the onus is on the apprentice. So that's on the student. That's what that means. The onus is on the apprentice. So what that means is whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out. You have an opportunity right now. A very good opportunity. It sits here with the Strength card. To really make this work. So, if you want to hit your mark, you got to stay clear, you got to stay focused, and you got to get rid of all of the stuff in the past that you've outgrown. You have totally outgrown this person. And there's a whole other life building in front of you. And I think that's what you found out in the time, that marker, between the last time you saw them and this time you see them. Things are different. So why hang on to it? Cut that cord. All right, anything else for our Scorpios in love? No bitching in the kitchen. Queen of Wands with the 8 of Cups. Okay? I feel like this is you. Now, you might know a Sagittarius that, you know, you might, and this could be the person that is in the kitchen. Okay? Whoever it is that you have been dealing with, I think they're very confident. They know what they're doing. They, you know, I think that's part of the problem here with this person. That's why you probably can't believe they did what they did to you. I feel like they did something to you. Like, you just can't believe it. Anyway, I feel like they walk away from you. Like, they would rather, like, just cut you out and the end and this and that than even work it out. Look, a friend like that is not a friend. Okay, let them walk. That's what I say. Let them walk. Emotionally, they didn't really care about you. This could be your person. Ooh, I have a whole other story here. You want to hear a whole other mini story? Okay, in this story, we have the Six of Wands, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Cups. Wow, Scorpio. Let's look at the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Wands reversed. This is somebody who's got nothing to give. Nothing. He can't even get it up. You know, this is love them and leave them, get them out, in and out of the door. I mean, it is time for you to close this door because it is a thread of anxiety that you hang on that distracts you. This door is closed. It doesn't make you happy. And, you know, there's something really great happening to you in your career. I mean, there's something really amazing. And it's like somebody, maybe you're an apprentice, somebody took you under their wing. Go for it. Do not put the effort into that. This is about you, Scorpio. And that, you know, look, even if you're married, that doesn't mean that you didn't decide that you didn't want to go back to school to become a nurse. You know, a lot of Scorpios are nurses. You know, and all of a sudden you're like, you tell your husband, you tell your kids, it's like, look, I'm going to go to school to be a nurse. What do you think of that? And then you get to school and there's like this amazing teacher and you find that this is what you always wanted to do. You know, it's like you find your calling. Don't let anybody stop that. So quit being really dependent on something from the past that already has blown up, that it's over. You know, it's like your future is so bright right now. You know, so it's like, okay. It's just, you guys got to move on. All right, for another Scorpio out there, okay, I keep going with this reading. For another Scorpio out there, you've been sneaking around. All right, you've been sneaking around. You've been sneaking around. If you're with somebody, or you have a girlfriend, or you have a wife, or this and that, and you've been sneaking around, I mean, there were 2 moons came up in November. Don't think they didn't know something. The High Priestess was in that little mix of cards I saw right here, and she's reversed. And usually that's when somebody's trying to tell you something. Like your intuition's like knocking on your door going, hey, guess what? They're cheating on you. Guess what? Up. If you go now, you go down to that store, you'll catch them. You'll catch them. Are you going to go? You know, so like your intuition's talking to you about someone. Pay attention to it. All right. 5 of Wands. Again, all right, no bitching in the kitchen. All right? This could be something, okay, I have to say what I hear in my head, but this could end a friendship. Whatever's going on here among you and your friends. Notice that they're all women. And then what did we have here? Wait. Oh, I put her back. We had the Queen of Wands, yet another person. Maybe that's a person whose home it is. Be careful. Be careful, Scorpio, man. Just watch your words. Watch your words. Or you're going to be left out in the cold. Watch your words. Okay, yet another message for Scorpio. So many messages. I have to run with this because I just have to run with it. All right, there is somebody, a Scorpio out there, who's dealing with somebody, possibly an earth sign, who's not working, who's maybe, you know, needs a place to stay. Maybe you're with somebody who's like that, who's not working. You don't really have a place to live, and you're pregnant. So there's been an energy of toxicity that has put you in this position with this person. Okay? You know, this 4 of Cups reversed. I think you realize that you can't keep, you know, trying to figure out how to do this by drinking it away or self-medicating. And I say this because it's followed with this Devil reverse. So I think you start to see that, you know, you've got to put your addictions, whatever it is, smoking. I mean, smoking costs a lot of money, you know, kind of things, and start looking at things and get a hold of your emotions. Yeah. You got to quit fighting what you know needs to come to an end, especially if there's a baby on the way. I mean, you just got to, you know, you've got to straighten up for whoever that is. All right. I want to, sorry, 19 minutes in. I'm going to pull Let's get a card of advice regarding this spread in general. I know there were a lot of different little readings in it. So please take what works, leave what doesn't. I mean, if it resonates, you know when it resonates. I mean, you always know when it resonates because you're like, wow, it's like she's talking to me. And when you're sitting here going, you know, what's she talking about? That's not for you, right? It's that simple. Ooh, confused. What's the confusion? That's twice now I felt confusion around you. You might be confused about what's going on with these people because there's gossip, there's talking, there's all kinds of stuff going on behind your back, backstabbing. Gets a little ugly, Scorpio. You know, and, you know, the other thing is when we get into the holidays, and I don't even think it's so much the holidays. I think it's just the energy of, you know, the shorter days, the darker days. You know, it affects our mood. And now there's holidays and we're supposed to be happy and we have to spend like all this money on food. And how can I spend all this money on food? You know, it's like, so it drives people, you know, sometimes in a real deep depression. And it brings up bickering and stuff, you know, because everybody's energy, you know, is just in a funny place. And right now, it is election day. Did I mention, did we vote? Did you get out and vote? Vote. If, I'm going to say it again. All right, vote. Tell 3 people that you know. Ask them if they know, if they voted. And then have those 3 people ask 3 people and ask them if they voted. And, you know, and if they need a ride to vote, figure out how to get, whenever there's somebody who hasn't been voted, hasn't gone out and voted because they couldn't get a ride, help them find a ride. Give them a ride. All right, enough of that on voting. It's important. We have a job to do. I'm sorry. We just do. It's important. All right, 3 of Wands. So it's about your future. I think you're really focused on your future. And doors are opening and there's somebody coming. So, yeah. This is really funny. Okay, a door is opening. And I feel like, you know, it's almost too good to be true. And then I see the Star card here. And I'm like, yes, you can be good to you. This is about you. This is your year. Scorpio, this is going to be a good year for you. All right, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. All right, bye now.